One of the tallest residences, Zoo Knoxville, is now under hospice care as it nears the end of its life.
The giraffe known as Jumbe continues to bring smiles to faces despite being under really close supervision.
WAT 6 on your side reporter Dominic Webster went to Zoo Knoxville today to visit with Jumbe and learn more about what the end-of-life process looks like. Dominic.
That's right. Many of you may recognize Jumbe as a long-standing staple at the zoo. He would frequently head over to the feeding platform when visitors arrived, giving them an up-close view of these magnificent animals. Now he's dealing with arthritis in those long legs and other common issues associated with old age.
Jumbe is our 19-year-old bull giraffe. He's been here for more than a decade. He was born in human care. And he's the one that is a crowd favorite. He's the one that everybody sees on the giraffe feeding platform. He's the one that's for sure going to come over. He loves to eat.
Before the zoo ever gets an animal like Jumbe, they instill a series of tests to provide proper care and prepare a plan for its entire lifespan.
Before we even commit to an animal or a species here at the zoo, we go through a plan. We look at what it's going to take to care for these animals from the beginning of their life to the end of their life. We look at things about, do we have the expertise? Do we have the facilities? Do we have, do we have the correct diets? Some of these animals have very, very specific diets.
Jumbe remains under close supervision 24/7 to ensure that he is well enough to go out into the habitat every day. The veterinary team has cameras on him when he is sleeping. They watch what and how much he eats and pay attention to how he moves. This is all part of the zoo's quality of life assessment.
In the case of end-of-life decisions, we have these quality of life assessments that we're quantifying with how many hours did they sleep, how much did they eat, what does their movement look like, were they wanting to go outside when we open the door, are there any concerns about their dentition or their skin or whatever. So we're constantly doing these quality of life assessments.
Colcliffe also told me that they want Jumbe to live his last days with dignity and compassion. When I was there earlier, Jumbe came right up to us and he even tried to take a nibble of my camera. It was good to see him out and about in his habitat despite everything he's going through. Lori?
Oh, we're glad to hear that, Dominic. Thank you for sharing that. And the zoo knows that when it is time for Jumbe to go, it is not going to be easy. Jumbe helped produce 2 offspring, and as you saw there, got a glimpse of it, he's been living a good life in retirement.